Live. Here it is, November 3rd. It's the first Thursday of the month, and we meet again. I'm here every first Thursday of the month, and back when we started, these were sort of weekly events, and those recordings are available on the Mainstream Reiki YouTube channel if you want to go back and listen to any of those older meditations. I think there were some pretty good ones back then. And I would welcome everyone here today. And it's 11 o'clock where I am. And I know we've got people joining us from all around the world, I would imagine. And so just barely starting out here with a few people. And I didn't get my newsletter out today. So I didn't have the chance to remind people. So we'll see. It is what it is today, but sometimes life happens and we have to be okay with maybe not meeting our expectations. And I would invite you to be okay with that as well, and not hold ourselves to the standard of impossibility. I think that's a good message for us to remember. Let's be kind to ourselves, and it'll all be okay in the end. Hello, everyone. You're coming in here. I recognize some names. Esteban, I always see you here. I love that. Michelle, you as well. Alita, yeah, I've been seeing you more online lately. And Anna, Lisa Ann, good morning, good morning. And let's see. So it looks like I've got Facebook people here. Anybody from YouTube? Can you send me a chat so I know that we're on? All right. I guess I want to go ahead and get started. Thank you, Leah. Thank you for letting me know. You're my connection. You viewers and chatters, you're my connection, knowing that it's all working. Beautiful. Oh, and from Sweden. It just makes my heart sing that we can come together like this. And I want to offer something today. Now, what we will normally do is I will actually, let me show you what I've got here before we get going. So this is my distance Reiki grid, and my regular attendees will know all about that. Some of you are my students and you'll know about that as well. And this Reiki grid, if you've ever requested to be in it, you're still in it. If you're new to the grid, new to this live stream, just request that you be in it and I will put you in it. And what it does is I charge this with Reiki, and it sends out supportive Reiki energy, always for your highest good. And Reiki always respects free will, so no worries ever about that. Reiki is 100% safe and wonderful. And it sends Reiki out to you as long as you're in the grid. And if you'd like to include any family members or animals that are dear to you, you can put those in the chat as well. And what I would say about that is, regarding permission, I'll offer it and it is up to them to receive it or not. So no worries about that. As I said, Reiki always respects free will. All right, we're a few minutes in and I want to go ahead and get started. And our theme today is we're going to release fear. There is a lot of fear right now in the collective energy around the planet. And I was guided this morning to offer something about releasing fear. If you are joining me, if you're familiar with me and what I do, it's no accident that our paths have crossed. And it's no accident that we're on Earth at this time, going through what we're going through. And that is, I refer to it as the Great Transformation. At this point in humanity, we have a unique and opportune time, and we're shifting in many, many ways. Your presence is, again, no accident. And if you're hearing my voice and present at this moment live or watching the video later, the meditation portion, of course, I will be offering you Reiki energy the whole time. If you are attuned to Reiki, please also bring through Reiki for yourself. And if you're not, just call source energy to yourself. We can all move life energy. You are life energy. And that's really what Reiki is. It is life force energy. Reiki in and of itself is intelligent. It's wise and it knows you. It isn't about me knowing you. I just simply create an opportunity. And when you meet with the energy, your innate wisdom and the wisdom of Reiki know exactly what to do to help you relax and restore and repair and release all you no longer need as you usher in higher frequencies of energy in support of fulfilling your divine purpose on earth and finding more joy in each and every moment of your day. All days. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And we'll see where we go with this. I'm excited. My chair's very squeaky today. I apologize about that. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and I want to do one other thing. Just for anybody coming in late, they will know what we're doing here. All right. All right. Make yourselves comfortable. You can be seated or lying down. And take a few deep breaths, intending to come into this present moment, intending that you are with me in all the ways that matter, knowing that time and distance is no barrier. Your aliveness, your frequency tunes you in to the flow of life force energy. And your intention also plays a role. And I now begin to offer you the highest frequencies of Reiki energy on all levels: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, all for your highest good. And you're invited to receive only what is in your highest good. We're going to go on a bit of a journey together. And I'd like for you now to begin feeling lighter. Imagine, intend that your body seems to be feeling lighter and lighter. And you become aware of any parts of your body, any thoughts, which of course are energy, that have been weighing you down. Part of you feels light. Becoming more aware of what you've been carrying, what has been weighing you down, what has been limiting you and affecting you in ways that might feel uncomfortable. And instead of wishing them away, we're going to gather those heavier vibrations of energy, of worry and fear and circumstances. Let us gather all of that energy. See, feel, imagine, and intend You're gathering all that has worried you, holding it in your arms. It's already there in your field, but we're gathering it together, looking at it, acknowledging it. But in this moment, we claim our power, our light, our vitality and life force. And we are sovereign in our energy. And we have dominion over our energetic experience, over our healing and well-being, and over the thoughts that we think. In this moment, we reclaim our light and our sovereignty, which is ours because we are incarnate on earth. This power comes with the responsibility of our time here. And in this light that we claim, you may become aware of a heart center light, inviting it to grow in strength, shining brighter and brighter and brighter from within you, allowing you to remember you are much more than meets the eye. You are much more than the reflection in the mirror. The contrast between your lightness and what has weighed you down becomes even greater and more noticeable. But as your light grows, you become lighter and lighter. And you begin to sense that your body is ascending. Even with all that you've carried, all that you've gathered, all of the lower vibrations you've been battling and contending with and resisting. Hold them fast in preparation for our journey. The light within you expands and grows, igniting at each energy center in the body, spreading like a wildfire of higher consciousness, igniting in the cells and the systems of your body. And just like a hot air balloon, your physical body rises higher and higher, higher and higher. Perfectly safe you are, lifting above the trees and above the mountains. Passing through the atmosphere, higher and higher you go. Your light is so bright, the energy so strong as you remember your power and your possibilities. And finally, you see the edge of the atmosphere that surrounds the earth, and you approach this boundary. And as you look into space, you come closer and closer until you reach the boundary between Earth's atmosphere and the vastness everything existing outside of the earth. And you're suspended between the energy of the earth and the energy of the universe. Imagine that you float between these two very different places of being. All that you have known in your conscious mind is behind you, and the all that is opens before you. And your aura extends into each of these areas. And now, allow all of the fears, all of the worries, everything that you have carried, the traumas, all that you can release. To let go from your energy. Your aura opens before you, and you release all the energy you no longer need, all of the energy from the past. No longer needs to influence you. Choose now to be free. And in this moment, forgive yourself for everything you've ever thought that you did in wrongness, all the mistakes. The fears of the present and the future, release into space. And the universal energy of Source forms a beam of light that begins to move toward you. Notice its color, which may be different each time you come to this place. The frequencies of this energy are in a combination for you and your highest good at this moment, supporting you in the unique ways to offer you the highest possibilities physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This light approaches all the way to your aura. And as this beam of energy, this beam of light, accesses the outer edges of your aura, you illuminate in a burst of love, a burst of positive feeling of vitality, of life force, of strength, and of truth. And you receive this now. And as you look out across the vastness of space, you may become aware that your soul has resided in other worlds. And if the idea resonates, intend now that the energy and wisdom that your soul has known in other times and other places, in other worlds and dimensions, you may access that now, bringing that wisdom, bringing that energy and that potential to this lifetime. Calling it home to you. Assimilating this energy, this understanding, this wisdom in the outer reaches of your consciousness first, of which you may not be aware. Allowing the process of assimilation into consciousness to be guided by your higher self. Downloading across time and space more tools, techniques, and knowledge to help you on Earth in this lifetime, and also to share with others here, with the collective. Unlocking new ways to help and to heal and to evolve. As humans, and also on behalf of our Earth. We claim ourselves in the light of who we truly are. Across all lifetimes, across all dimensions. And we invite universal truth and wisdom to reside within us and strengthen and grow. And we invite our senses, our abilities to communicate through voice, through telepathy, through all senses. We invite this now to empower us, to help us know that we are guided, trust our intuition, trust our guidance, and support others in our communities who are also connected and also receiving higher vibrations of help, inspiration, and solutions useful for us here on earth. We claim in this moment all we are. We claim in this moment to embody the truth of who we are. And we release the shackles that we have previously agreed to wear. No longer are we followers of yesterday's agreements. We now choose to follow the guidance within as we feel resonance and dissonance with the truth we now know, universal truth. Universal guidance. And may we trust this authority within us. Clear of fear, clear of the traumas of yesterday. We are clear, we are cleansed, we are free. Our aura has filled with divine light, life force energy, and we are rejuvenated. And now, let us turn to face the earth far below us. Still open to the universe now behind us. Receiving universal energy through our back body of energy centers, receiving energy through our aura, through all of our chakras of our body, receiving the energy now. And let us open our front body, allowing a clear passage of universal love and light to pass through us as we are vessels, channels of this energy, offering it to the atmosphere of the earth, offering it to the earth herself. And may we each, as we allow this energy to pass through us, gaze upon the earth and all of our known creation with love in our hearts and compassion for every being here. Because as we know ourselves as beings of the light, we recognize all of creation has that light within them. And let us now infuse every cloud, every area of the atmosphere with this universal love and light energy, not to change people. We remind them of who they truly are and respect the free will of all. And allow this energy to shine down, offering it to the trees and the rocks and the animals and the waters surrounding the earth, shining all the way down through the layers of our beautiful planet, connecting to the center of the earth. And in this way, we are in service, bringing the light, the wisdom, and infinite possibilities. To every bit of creation, to every living being, in remembrance of who we really are. And as we begin to descend back through the atmosphere, not really feeling heavier, but feeling called now to connect to the earth, to ground this energy, and embrace our lives here that we have chosen, descending all the way back. And when you're ready, you'll become aware of the surface you are resting on, reclaiming your very special life here on earth at this very special time in our evolution, knowing that you have chosen to be here, chosen to bring light, and chosen to affect positive change and remembrance, helping to create a world much greater than we have ever known. In light, in love, and in peace. It is so. Intending now to ground into the earth, deep within, so that you may continue to be a channel of universal love and light in your body, in your field, broadcasting higher frequencies of energy with love in your heart, releasing all fear. Better able to remember who you are. Regardless of the turbulence that exists for many. You are a way shower, a steadfast anchor, a refuge of vibration, simply by offering the light that you are connected to. Simply be, and in service you are. And with gratitude for your place, for your intention, and for your acceptance of committing to your current lifetime and for fulfilling your purpose. in light and love and peace and understanding. We are. And when you feel ready, you may bring your attention back to your physical body, back to your eyes, and rejoin us. And I hope that you enjoyed our meditation. I'm going to stick around for a few minutes if you'd like, and we can chat a little bit. You can ask some questions if you'd like in the meditation. And oh, hi, Patty. Good to see you. So let me think here. I have to put my thinking cap on. I say that a lot. Let's see. I don't know. Where is this? Oh, yeah. So I will have the edited version up on YouTube. I'll just do the meditation and probably, whoop, that's not what I wanted. I don't know. That one? No, I don't think so. We'll just go without. How's that? Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my dog Frida was barking. Oops. Sorry. I got to move that out of the way now. Let me come back over here to the chat box. Oh, hey, Jeremy. Good to see you. Full. Yeah, I went a little non-mainstream today with that. I didn't know where that was going to go, but yeah. So fear, we really need to be mindful of where we're going. I would invite everybody, be really aware of your thoughts. Be really aware of where you're focusing your attention. Here in the US, we've got elections coming up, and man, there's so much fear here. And the Netherlands, Florence. I wonder how it is over there. Here we've got just a lot of emotion here in the States right now, a lot of fear, and I think that's probably one reason why the fear factor came up, for the meditation today. But what I was saying is, please pay attention to where your mind is, and what you're focusing on. It is really, really important because thoughts are energy, and our life force energy that flows in and around our bodies, that energy, when it is healthy, I don't want to say healthy, when that energy flowing in and around us, our life force energy, when there's an abundance of it and when it is flowing well, we feel good. We feel really good. We have more vitality. And what that does is it helps us not have dis-ease in the body, right? It helps us not, it helps us be at peace. It helps us feel in balance. And so, I'm pretty big about our thoughts, right? And I'm pretty big on affirmations and things like that because I'm telling you, mind, body, spirit. And so when you engage your mind along with all the other things that you think you're doing to help yourself, oh my gosh, the potential is so great. And so my message here for you is, the life force energy that I just talked about, when it is abundant, when it is free flowing, not all blocked up, which fear does, and, traumas and things like that will block it up. But your mind is key, because your mind is key. And I was thinking KEY, but KI, key, life force energy, it actually has great influence over your key, over your life force energy. And so what this means is, when we allow, and I'm going to say allow because the only person responsible for your thoughts is you. You have to take responsibility for that. So when we allow ourselves to worry, which is crazy. I know it's hard. We all worry, but catch yourself and then choose differently. Choose a different thought, choose a different focus. So when we worry, when we're in fear, when we're, what's the word? Catastrophizing. I like that word, but it's hard to remember how to say it. When we are having all of that in our minds, guess what happens to the flow of our energy? It diminishes. And what we're doing then is we're opening ourselves up to not feeling in balance. And so we wonder why we might, just watch news or something or be very worried or that catastrophizing thing again. If we're spending time with that and then we're like, oh, my stomach doesn't feel really good, after that or, whatever, are you making the link? It's like, what were you doing mentally? And then how does your body feel? Okay. So my invitation to everybody is please be aware of what it is that you're thinking. The quality of your thoughts directly affect the flow of your life force energy, and the flow of your life force energy is going to dictate how you physically feel, how you mentally feel, how you spiritually feel, and how you emotionally feel. So choose your mental diet wisely, and you can control that. Now, Reiki really does help us be able to shift into a place where we can respond to people, respond to happenings. And so if you find yourself reacting a lot, outbursts a lot, and things like that, it's time to unplug. It's time to refocus. And then choose an activity, choose what a focus for yourself that fills you up and doesn't drain you. Okay. I'm going to check the chat really quickly. I thought I had a question. Let's see. Oh, that's very nice. Some really nice comments. And I thank you all so very much for that. Yeah. Yep. In the grid. Yep. Let's see. How do we get out of stuck energy and able to right decisions and actions? Tune into yourself. The other thing I want to tell you is often, imagine this, if we're worried about how things are going to turn out or whatever, and we're going down the rabbit hole of worry and thoughts, doesn't it just feel constricting? And what I would invite you to do, and that's really very true, it feels very confining, if you think about it, to worry does. And what I would invite you to do is go general, go general, go general. We can get so bogged down in this little detail and that little detail, and it gets us all wound up. Let that go and go a layer higher and see if you don't feel better. So stop looking at every little detail. Generalize, generalize, generalize. And if you have to go all the way up to where we went today between the Earth's atmosphere and space, I think it's great to look out at space because it helps diminish all the junk that we worry about here. I mean, wow, imagine the universe. And so for me, it helps me to remember this too shall pass. And also our beingness, our energy, energy is never destroyed. And if you look at it that way, there's no end. And so why do we behave so often the way, that everything is so monumental? In the big scheme of things, which is eternity to me, is it that big of a deal? We've survived this long. We'll be okay. That's kind of what I think. Do Reiki, meditate, go general. Oh, that's very nice, Ashley. I'm great. Yeah, that's really great. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, good. Any other questions? How do we use your intention Reiki video? Oh, the one that is your choice, maybe? I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. So if that's the one, there's a video on the channel and it's called Reiki for your choice, like you set the intention. When that video starts to play, state your intention. And why do we do that? If I had an office where I still saw individual clients, you would come to my office for a reason. You would have an intention. You wouldn't just walk in off the street willy-nilly, right? And so I would invite you to always have an intention. But please so at the beginning of the video, you could say, my intention for this Reiki session is to help me with my fill in the blank. And I think saying it out loud is extra powerful energetically because, a thought is energy, but when we voice it, whew, that is a complete transformation of energy, and it is much more empowered than just a simple thought. And so say it out loud what your intention is. However, Reiki knows how to help you. So it's going to help you always, every single time, for whatever's in your highest good. And it may be different than your intention. So please set your intentions. Please seek out the videos that resonate with you. But on the other hand, what I'd invite you to do is always just trust the Reiki. There's no motive with Reiki. I'm not sitting here shooting anything in particular to you, except just the possibilities of Reiki. And Reiki knows how to help you. So I hope that answered that question. How do you process grief and anger? I think you need to allow yourself to feel what you feel without judgment, without a timeline. And often I think writing can help to process those things. Of course, Reiki, of course, therapy, is another wonderful thing. I think that there's been a stigma about therapy. Healthy people can go to therapy and learn so much. And so, of course, then if a person's struggling, then therapy is even a more viable solution. So I would very much invite people to do that. Mental health is extremely important. And I think we could all agree your mind is so powerful. You can talk yourself into and out of just about anything at any time. So that's what and the other thing is allow other people to process their emotions. Allow them to grieve the way they wish to or feel that they need to. And when we're more understanding with each other, we're more understanding with ourselves. I think we're probably the most critical about ourselves as well. So Reiki helps with anything and everything. So that's always part of my answer. Yes, Jennifer says, when I'm conducting distant Reiki sessions, my dog sometimes comes over to sit with me. Are our animals assisting? Oh my goodness. Animals are so in tune with the energy. It's crazy. I just taught a couple online Reiki classes, and it's so fun for me because the animals just come in. And it's funny to witness when the animals come in for the students. Oftentimes it's during the attunements or during a healing experience or something like that. But animals are extremely in tune with not only your energy, but energy in general. And our animals are often in service to us. They'll often take on stresses of their caregivers in an effort to help. And so they're receiving the Reiki as well, if they choose to. But yeah, they're so in tune with the energy. And yes, many of them do assist as well. Why do I wake up with a headache when I meditate? My first suspicion is grounding. Make sure you're very, very grounded. Headaches with energy are common when we're not grounded. That would be my first suggestion. Yep, on the grid, got that. Beautiful. All right, let's see here. Anything else here? Any other questions? I'll stay on for about another 10 minutes, I'm thinking. How do I clear cynicism? I haven't started my Lightbringer journey. I haven't started because I feel it won't. Oh, let me just put this on the screen so we know what we're doing. How do I clear cynicism? I haven't started my Lightbringer journey because I feel it won't make a difference. Oh my goodness. Oh, crystal. Woo! Every single person here, you can so make a difference. The problem is that we have limiting beliefs about what difference needs to look like. And I got news for you. What we're aware of, is what? Our thoughts and the actions that we do, right? We are so much more than that. You have an energy that you haven't even begun to understand, and you have different layers of consciousness. You have subconscious, conscious, and superconscious. And so imagine, I heard this years ago, and I don't even remember where, but it was something like, imagine that, your pinky is what you see in the mirror and who you know yourself to be. Well, guess what? There's all of this other part of you. You're only seeing the pinky, but most of you is unknown to your conscious mind. And so here's the thing though, you'll see glimmers and feel glimmers of all of who you are along your spiritual journey. And I think that we don't fully understand all that we are in this moment because number one, I think it would blow our minds. But number two, we wouldn't be rooted and grounded and committed to our life here on earth because we are here for purpose. And so we need to have a little bit of amnesia, maybe a lot of amnesia about who we really are. But the good news is that the collective vibration on the planet and people sensing more and more and more, it's easier for people to communicate telepathically, to sense with their intuition. It's all of those extrasensory type ways of receiving information and insight and inspiration. All of that's becoming easier across the board. So, I mean, think of your grandparents or, 100 years ago. There was such a density of the collective energy back then, and it's so much lighter now. So we're very, it is easier for us to gain information from universal consciousness. And so just start and don't worry about it because the other parts of who you are that aren't conscious, they're already working and making a difference. Those other parts of you are already doing that. And whether you believe that or not, it doesn't really matter, but you're here and you're talking about your light bringer journey. I mean, where does that come from then, right? So you're probably receiving guidance from that larger part of who you are, and it knows who it is. And it is allowing and inviting you to know more of who you are. That's why you're here. That's why you're focusing attention on this light bringer type movement at this time in history. That's not an accident. It's not an accident. So anybody worried about making a difference or not making a difference, please put that aside because your very presence at this point on the planet says that you opted in to be here. And that's not an accident. The other thing I'm going to say about that is, I don't know, what else am I going to say about that? Oh, our actions are only one way we make a difference. Only one way. Have you considered your vibration? Imagine that you're like a radio station or a radio tower or whatever, and your vibration, your energetic vibration emits from this, we'll say radio tower, right? Well, guess what? Everybody that you come into relation to, everybody that you come into relation to. So that's even, how do I want to say that? Okay, let's just stay on the radio thing. So you're going to broadcast out. Other people, imagine they have little radios. They're broadcasting at the same time. But if they turn the dial, they're going to hear your frequency. They'll be able to receive your frequency. When like-minded people get together, have you ever noticed how much power that feels like it has? Well, that's because your energies are harmonizing. That isn't an action that you did to make a difference. It's an energetic response. And that energy, that higher vibration, informs whatever is around it. And this is how the world will change. It isn't about fighting other people or convincing other people that they're wrong and you're right or anything else. The key to the shift in the planet is tuning into ourselves and healing and growing and evolving ourselves to clean our signal. When we have a cleaner signal, and I don't mean that, it's not dirty and clean or whatever, but I'm just saying higher vibrational, more in alignment with universal source energy. When we have that signal intensifies and intensifies. And the more people on the planet that do that, the more harmony is created. Now, what that does is it shifts the collective vibration. And so people not in alignment with that, people who are seeking power, seeking to manipulate, seeking to run over other people's free will be increasingly uncomfortable. Not because we're doing anything to them, just simply because we are bringing through a higher vibration. And the contrast between our higher vibration and the other people's lower vibration becomes more uncomfortable. And it is in that dissonance that they're invited energetically to decide, do they stay in this? Or is there a way that they can seek and act and change to be more in resonance and therefore more comfortable with who they are? So it isn't about fighting. It's not about convincing. It's none of that. We need to focus on who we are and how we as individuals are broadcasting. So we need to get out of fear. We need to get out of worry. We need to get out of our trauma. Enough already. All right. Let's claim our light. Let's claim our sovereignty and our own energy. And let's emanate from that vibration. More of us will harmonize automatically. We're not even trying to do it. It is just universal law. And as that collective consciousness shifts in energy, guess what? More people will be called to alter their choices and how they behave and how they interact and whatever the case may be. Not because we're against things, but because we just bring in the light. So that's all we have to do. And you'll make a difference. You'll make a difference. I have absolutely no doubt about that. So I would invite you to set those fears of not making a difference aside, because that's all that is. Lastly, if you have a calling to progress on a spiritual journey of a light bringer, Crystal, and everybody else, if you have that feeling to do that, I would invite you to consider that that's enough. Do you really need to be convinced that there's a return on that investment? A return on an investment to love yourself? I would invite you to set that aside because you're worth it right now. You're worthy right now. And I would just love, love, love you to follow that guidance and not worry about it. Just be free in the light and have fun. Have fun with it. Have joy. Beautiful. Wow, that was a lot of talking. Sorry about that. Wow. Well, I said I was going to stay until about noon, and it is about noon. So let me see if I have one more thing here. Oh, Terry, you have 6 pups on your bed. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, that was a little bit ago. I'm going to scroll all the way down here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any questions right here. I may just not be looking so much. Yeah. Oh, wow. Paige says, let's look at Paige's. She has a little testimonial. Just wanted to tell you I was at work the other day and my wisdom tooth is coming in. Oh my goodness. I was in so much pain. I listened to your tooth and gum Reiki. It went away completely. It's been 4 days. Oh my gosh. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. Well, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off. It's been an hour today. I thank you so much for joining me. And we'll be, back here. Meet me back here. Oh, I don't know. Let's look at the date because that'll be December. Can you believe it? Let's see. The next one of these, December 1st. Oh, that's funny. So it's the 3rd of November today, and our next one's December 1st. And we'll come here and we'll see. We'll see what we come up with that day to address. But I'm going to wish everybody a wonderful, wonderful day. The edited portion, just the meditation portion, will be up on YouTube tomorrow, and I'll add some music to it. And I guess other than that, I'll see you in the ethers. And you know what? We're doing great things out there, and you might be aware of it and you might not. But above all, follow the inner resonance that you feel. Think for yourself, feel for yourself, align with the vibration of truth and love. And when you do that, it's all going to be okay. And I'm just sending you huge hugs, huge gratitude, and I will see you next time. Everyone take care. It's just such an honor.